Hey guys, welcome back. This video will be a favorites video. I'm also going to show a few products that I didn't really like, and I just wanted to do that to kind of warn you not to buy them. And yeah, I just wanted to make like an old school video, what I've been loving this summer. I don't buy enough new things to do a video like this every month, but I thought it would be good for this summer. So let's get into it. So first up, my favorite podcast of this summer, which I don't know why, I never knew she had a podcast. I really liked Suzy Orman. I always used to, love watching her on Oprah. If you don't know who she is, look her up. Her story is very interesting, how she got into finance. I love her story. I played her video. It was of her speaking about how she got into finance for my boyfriend. He's like, can you send me that video? He's like, that's awesome. So, yeah, her podcast is called Women and Money, and I really like how she speaks to her audience. She's one of those ladies. She's very matter of fact. Like, she does not sugarcoat anything, and I really appreciate that about people. I really like that when, like, financial people speak like that. So I really like her personality. She always says this is for the women out there and the men smart enough to listen. She speaks a lot about really trusting your gut, your intuition when it comes to money. Even if a financial expert is telling you to do something, do not do it. If you feel that it's wrong or you don't fully understand, don't go ahead and do it. So I think her podcasts are really valuable. I do live in Canada, so sometimes when she's talking about certain things, it doesn't really apply to me here because she's in the States. Well, she moved to the Bahamas now, but I really, really like it. For books, I've listened to so many books. I've done so many courses over the past 6 months. It is insane. Guys, if you're not someone that reads, I've always loved to read, but obviously we get busy. We don't have the time. Listen to Audible or audiobooks. Even on YouTube, I realize there's a lot of like full audiobooks uploaded completely for free. Audible is very reasonable. You can also return the book if you start it, or even if you listen to the whole thing, you don't like it, you can return it and get your credit back. So, I mean, just when I think of everything I've learned in the last 6 months under quarantine, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. I'm not the same person as I was at the beginning of this year, nowhere close. My boyfriend agrees. And so 2 books I wanted to shout out. So this one I've had for a while, but I re-listened to it. And we really, based on this book, my boyfriend and I both listened to it again. Totally changed our financial strategy. Given what's going on in the world, we kind of just like rework some things. So listen to Unshakable by Tony Robbins. So it's basically like the Cliff's Notes version of Money Master the Game by him. So for Money Master the Game, Tony went around and interviewed a lot of very wealthy individuals, top financial people. It's basically like your steps to lead yourself to financial freedom, what you should do in very simple terms. And it's really cool to kind of hear like all these masters in the money game, like what their portfolio's made up out of. So my boyfriend likes that book, but I like Unshakable better. It's almost like the Cliff's Notes version of it. I find it more interesting. Also, what I did, I made my own Cliff's Notes of Unshakable. So I wrote down like all the most important things, and then from that, we kind of, redid our portfolios for the future. And another book I just actually listened to this morning, it's only 3 hours, is IKIGAI, The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life. And it's just speaking about, I guess the author kind of went to Japan, and because they have a very long life expectancy there, kind of wrote down everything that they practice and they do that's different compared to, say, North America. And yeah, I just found it really interesting. I thought what was interesting the most was a lot of it wasn't new information, but I realized, I've got all these bits of information that I like from other books, like health books, finance books, whatnot, and it's all what they practice there. So this just kind of ties it all together in one very simple, easy read. So I really like that. I love Japan. I've probably said that a million times. I don't mean to be that annoying person that like goes there once and loves it, but I always, like, since I was little, I just am really fascinated with Japan. I wanted to go there, and it's definitely my favorite place I've ever been. So I wanted to talk about my new favorite YouTube channel that I found. I really love cooking. I found this lady's video, I don't know, I was looking up a recipe for something. Her name's Blanche, and I believe her channel is called Blanche TV. I'm gonna link everything in the down bar. And her channel is called Feast in the Middle East. So I love everything she eats is exactly how I like to eat. So I really like all of her videos. I've recreated a lot of her dishes. I love it all. She has one, it's like a turmeric rice recipe that she said is like her mom's secret family recipe. I love that rice. I've been eating it way too much. So in her video, she was shouting out this company called Sea of Herbs, which is in Jerusalem. And she said like the spices there are the best. So I went on their website. They're very reasonably priced. So I ordered a bunch. The za'atar spice from there, oh my god, it's so fresh, it's so good. Like I had one that I thought was pretty good from a different store, Spice Trader in Toronto, but this is so amazing. Like I'm obsessed with eating it in the morning. In one of her videos, she makes like an avocado toast with fresh hummus, put the avocado, tomato, sprinkle this on top. It is so, so good. So I'm gonna link that below. You guys have to get this. It's just, if you like cooking, if you like Middle Eastern food, which I do, like I feel like I was really born in the wrong country, considering what I really like to eat. So next up, I'm just going to talk about some skincare products. So there's a few, first up, I would not recommend. So I just want to warn you not to waste your money because all of these are not cheap. So first up was the RMS. It's the Kaduku Evening Beauty Elixir. To be honest, I just wanted a new oil for my face. I feel like this was like $60 Canadian. It, to me, just smells like rosehip oil, which I don't like the smell of. And I found it did nothing special. Like I was thinking my skin's gonna be transformed when I wake up. This is definitely a skip. I did use it pretty much all up just because I usually do, unless it's like really irritating my skin. Next up, I would say to skip. I got this because I have melasma. I fell for an Instagram ad. So this is from Mega Babe. It's the beach paint. So what she was saying is, which I understand, I have melasma here. So the idea behind this is melasma should have a physical barrier over it. Otherwise, if it's exposed to UV light or even heat, it can get darker. So you're supposed to kind of put this on. It's almost like, you know, when you see athletes, they put like the black paint under there. So this is kind of like a peachy color, but I just find it's very visible. And when it's windy outside, your hair blows into it. I don't know like how much skin protection this is really giving. So basically it's like an opaque skin paint with the subtle shimmer of a sandy beach. So you're supposed to apply a thick opaque layer just wherever you have melasma or brown spots to protect your skin. I just find like you end up looking absolutely crazy. Like there's a blue color. This is called a sand color. It's kind of like an orangey pink color. And then also to your outside. So your hair is like blowing in it. It's sticking in it. It makes a mess. Half the time you forget it's there. You rub it. It's kind of hard to get off. I just really don't like this. It has a lot of ingredients in it. Yeah, you're still supposed to use sunscreen with this. I don't know. I just really don't think this was worth the money. I think it might be good if you're outside, like say gardening, something like that. You just want to make sure you're covered up. But to be honest, I would just wear a hat and big sunglasses if you have melasma. Next up too, I got this Coola makeup setting spray. The reason I got it, it has SPF 30 in it. So it's a sunscreen setting spray. I'm like, oh, awesome. Or I wanted to like spray it in my hairline as well. So when I get it, I read the back. Do you know how you're supposed to use this? This is a makeup setting spray. And it says, do not spray directly onto face. Spray on hands, then apply to face. So who the hell is going to buy a makeup setting spray and then put it on their hands and like that's not the point. So I totally disregarded that. I just sprayed it on. It also has a strong smell of alcohol, and yeah, even now, ugh, it smells disgusting. I don't know how well this protects you from the sun. I always put a lot of sunscreen on, but I just thought that was stupid. So definitely pass this up. You're not even supposed to spray it, and it's a makeup setting spray. Like, I don't know how that works. For sunscreens, I do love, and I have used this brand for years now, is ELTA MD. I feel like I've tried every one of their products. I love them all. They are so moisturizing that you don't have to use an additional lotion that day. So just use it as your last step in your skincare in the morning. Like any sunscreen, you have to reapply every couple hours, but I find even if you have makeup on, you can rub more over it and your skin still looks really good. So ELTA MD, it is a bit expensive. It was 1,000,000% worth it. I have never even got a little bit red when I'm wearing this sunscreen. It blocks the sun so well. It also actually, the ingredients in it improve your skin. So over the last couple years, my skin has actually gotten better, I would say. So definitely ELTA MD, the best. So I have two products here. I know I can't really pronounce this brand name proper because you need like a French accent. So BIOLOGIQUE research. I can't say that word. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. So anyway, I have the lotion P50. It's amazing. It's like one of those holy grail products. It's an exfoliating toner. So I really like their products. I really trust that they work. I have like 3 skincare brands that are just like, they really work for my skin. This being one of them. So I saw that they came out with a makeup. I really wanted to try it. Guys, I'm not a makeup person. I don't really buy that much makeup. And the only reason I spent this money is because I do have melasma. The only foundation I find works for me is a L'Oreal one. And I know it doesn't have the best ingredients in it, but it's the only one that works for my skin. I don't know. I used to wear Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, and then one day it doesn't work for my skin anymore. So this L'Oreal one, you know, it's pretty affordable. It's a drugstore brand, but I wanted something with better ingredients just because I felt like in the summer, if you're outside in the heat, I don't know if you want all these like chemicals basically cooking on your skin. So this is almost like a tinted moisturizer foundation, but it has SPF in it, and it's also skincare. It protects against pollution as well. This though, the price tag, oh my God, it's painful to say. It's $160 Canadian, and the shelf life is only 9 months. So you pretty much have to be, I mean, I've had this all summer and I barely used any of it because I only need like maybe like half of a pump. So I don't even know if I can use this in time. I will say, so I got the lightest shade. If you're wondering, got the very lightest shade. It's still a little too dark for me. So I feel like I would like this more if the shade worked for me. When you put it on, I will say, I've never felt anything like this. It's instantly very cooling. It almost just feels like oxygen is coming into your skin. I can't describe. I've never had a product that feels like this. It is pretty sheer though. It definitely doesn't cover, like if you have a blemish, like I said, I have melasma, any dark spots, it doesn't really cover that up. To me, because it doesn't really match my skin, if I try building it up a little bit, it just looks orangey. So unfortunately, just because it doesn't match my skin, I won't be probably repurchasing this. If it did match my skin, I think I would, just because I really trust this brand and I don't really wear makeup that much. I find this would be a good one too if you want to wear a little makeup to the gym, because it does really let your skin breathe. But so I'm kind of on the fence about this. I mean, if you're really into skincare and it matches your skin, okay, but do you need it? I'm not sure, right? A lotion, I think I have mentioned this in a video again, but if you don't know the brand WELEDA, you need to try their Skin Food Nourishing Cream. I put this on every night. It's very reasonable. This is a clean beauty brand from Germany. I love all their products. I love everything. They have like toothpaste as well. And I just really like it. I like putting it on my neck as well. I'm getting older. It's just a very thick cream. Your skin, when you wake up, it's very radiant and glowing. I love it. For a makeup remover, the last one I bought was this SULWHASOO Gentle Cleansing Oil. I really like it. One pump takes off your whole face of makeup. It's a really nice oil. The only thing it does smell like rosemary, which just reminds me of cooking, so it's a little bit weird. That's the only thing. It's not that it's a bad smell. It just reminds me of like roasting chicken or potatoes or something. Yeah, but I really like it. It's very moisturizing and you don't need that much. I've had this forever and it's just almost gone right now. And then for perfume, so for body lotion and soap, I always use unscented as well as like laundry detergent. Over quarantine, you know, sometimes you just have to buy what you can get. But I was using like regular Tide for a while. It was making my skin really irritated. But I do, for like special occasions, I like wearing a good quality perfume. So my favorite brand by far is Byredo. And, you know, I've emailed the company before just asking about the ingredients. As far as perfume goes, like companies like that, that's the best you're going to get. And it is quite expensive for a reason. And you just need a little bit, it lasts all day. Another brand I really like is MEMO Paris. And I got a bunch of, something happened with an order. They sent me like so many free samples as an apology. So my favorite MEMO Paris one is French leather. It is so good. So good. I feel like it's just so good. This other one called African leather, I really like. This one's like a little bit heavier scent, which I think is good for fall. So French leather is number one, and then I really like this African leather. And usually I just spray it on my clothing. I don't, you know, scented stuff can really mess with your hormones. Definitely for soap, always use unscented. And as much as you can for skincare products, but if you do get perfume, stick with like a higher quality one. Yeah, this is really good though. So for shoes, I know I mentioned this in another video, but I really like these Vans just because I feel like not a lot of people have this style. They're just so comfy. Like I was going on walks, sometimes 30,000 steps a day, which is insane. I would just walk around and listen to like a course I was taking. And my feet never hurt once, and I have problems with my feet, so that's why I just keep messaging. I cannot talk today. Mentioning them. If you have a little bit wider feet, definitely get these. And then another shoe that I got, I actually found this one at Nordstrom Rack. It's by HAAN. I've actually never owned a pair of HAAN shoes, I don't think, but I have heard that they're very comfy. So even though they are pointy, I don't know why, but like I find shoes like this, if you get them big enough, I usually maybe go up half of a size. I find them very comfy for wide feet because obviously your toes are not going there. A lot of people think that. I find this part is a little bit wider because it's like going on a triangle. And these are really like squishy. I think they have like some sort of like certain technology to make it a really comfy shoe. So this I just find looks very smart with like a blazer. I got these, let's see, what size are these? I think I got true to size. I'm usually like a size 9 or size 40, so these were true to size. And yeah, if you haven't tried HAAN before, they're really good. Even if you don't have wide feet, you need to look, you know, kind of dressy for work. Definitely try them. I remember a family friend of ours before who has to wear like business suits and stuff to work. She would always rave about that company. So this, I don't know, I got this a while ago. I just didn't use it that much, but I did over quarantine. I used it quite a bit. I got it for travel just because it fits your passport. I just wanted a waist pouch. I have a gift card from Chanel and for like something that I returned a long time ago, and every time I go in there, I don't know, the customer service is just, I don't know, let's just say sometimes not the nicest. I find at Dior they're really nice. So one day, I don't know, I just found him to be very rude in Chanel. I was just pissed off and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna take my money elsewhere. So I did like this. I know it came out quite a while ago. And yeah, I just found it's really, really good for going on a walk. I realize I don't like carrying a bag. Like I feel like in the future, maybe I'll invest in like backpack. I don't mind like a small crossbody bag or a waist bag, but I really got a lot of use out of it. Like I said, it's big enough for a passport. You can put all your money, your coins, whatever, your keys. So I'm a little bit too tall to wear it crossbody. If you're petite, you could. Maybe, I guess I could make a different video reviewing this. I don't know if anyone would want to see that. This thing's kind of old, but yeah, I would if you were thinking about it. Obviously, this is a much more reasonable price than Chanel. They did say when I bought this that the price was going to go up, so I don't know if that's happened, but yeah, if you were thinking about this, I would recommend. For clothing, just again, like, so these two stores that I'm going to mention, both my boyfriend and I like. This one is Frank and Oak. So I was just looking for like that perfect white, I wanted a white rib tank top. This is a nice thick one. I had to get size large just because they're having a sale. Everything else was sold out. Normally I would probably take a size medium. It's one of those things, like a medium or large I can make work, but I just really like it. It's not, when you have it on, it's not see-through at all. So Frank and Oak, they have a lot of good basics. My boyfriend has tons of stuff from there. The other store that I don't know, it's probably my favorite store of the summer was UNIQLO. In one of my last videos, I showed these sheer long oversized shirts. They were only $9.90 Canadian. I've worn them so much. They're like the perfect layering piece for summer because they're not too hot. And I was in there the other day, and they have like big oversized plaid shirts. So if you guys are looking for them, they're in the women's section. They were only, I want to say, $29.90, but I think they were on sale for even cheaper. And for whatever reason, like, plaid shirts tend to be a little expensive. I don't know why. So really, if you're not into UNIQLO yet, check it out. So also too, we got my boyfriend all these t-shirts from there. They were on sale really cheap. The material is so silky. It's like that material that never pills. I love this stuff. Like, I have so many tank tops from there, and they don't pill. It's such good quality, and it's very cheap. And I got another pair of pants from there, like a really dark, I don't know if they're navy or black. I sometimes have a hard time seeing that. I feel like they're a pant that's very popular in Japan. They're almost like a gaucho pant, but they can be dressed up. They have elastic at the back, and they have a drawstring, but you can tuck that in, and it looks like a dress pant, but it's very comfy, great for travel. Just definitely check this store out. It's very reasonably priced. And one last thing for toothpaste, I've been really loving Burt's Bees natural toothpaste, the non-fluoridated one. I really like the peppermint. I've tried both the charcoal and the peppermint. Peppermint is my favorite. Yeah, and I think that's it. I think that's all my favorites for the summer. Sorry if I've repeated some of that stuff, but just in case you're new here, I wanted to give some of those products a second shout out. And yeah, if you find you kind of like the same stuff as me, or same podcasts, books, let me know any of your favorites in the comments below.